I've finally found the ultimate item for every car enthusiast. I'm going to show you two products in this video, one for individuals and one for professionals. And believe me, you're not ready. We're starting with the consumer version. These are diagnostic tablets, if you haven't realized. That means with this, you'll actually be able to check your car. If there are any errors, you'll be able to read them. But a little more than that, you'll be able to work directly on your car. So, with these diagnostic tools, you can reset maintenance reminders or start diesel particulate filter regenerations. If, for example, there's a sensor you're unsure about, well, you'll be able to run a test on it. For example, if you want to monitor real-time data. I put on mosquito repellent because I was getting bitten a lot. If you see smoke, don't worry, it's normal. All right, let's open it. I've opened the Pro version, but not the regular one yet. So I'm discovering this box with you now. What do we have in here? I'll bring the camera closer and I'll show you the price of this case on the screen, by the way. So what do we have? USB cable, the plug directly to the BD, and a power adapter. At least there's a power adapter. The big user manual. Of course, you have everything you need, the little tablet. Wow. Okay, all right, so USB plug, USB-C, that's to connect the BD directly, so it's not wireless. We have, like almost everyone else, the little stand. We turn it on and see how it goes. I went into the garage to avoid glare so you can see the screen better. What will we find? Well, it's the usual, the diagnostic to check for errors in your car's service. So here we're going to find a slightly more complex menu. That means here you'll be able to reset everything, like the schedule, for example, the oil or other things. So everything like ABS, injectors, tire pressure sensors, lights, stability, the odometer, which is the gauge. If you ever want to run tests on the gauge, seats, airbags. You see, there are a lot of functions you can work on, and that's really quite impressive. Next, video scope, optional. Connecting a small camera lets you use it as an endoscope. Here, it's the same. You'll find extra data, support, error codes. But diagnostics are what matter most. So, what I suggest we do here is take this little tablet and then create a fault on the camera. Let's see what comes out of it and how it handles it. In terms of the fault, we're going to do something pretty simple. We're going to unplug the mass airflow sensor. So, the mass airflow sensor is the mass airflow sensor, basically. It measures the air going into the engine. If this part isn't connected, or if it's faulty, normally I have a check engine light. We'll see it right away. So, the check engine light is on the left. We're going to start the car. And normally, it should turn off, unless it detects the mass airflow sensors malfunctioning. There you go, it stalls the car completely, it can idle. That's not me revving the engine right now. Yeah, it's struggling a bit, so the warning lights have come on. I think the check engine light is gonna come on soon. Although actually, we won't even wait for it to light up. Because look, we already have some warning lights here, so that's enough. We're going to jack it up. Earlier, I got a message that said, I don't know if I can show it to you again. Electronic stability program maintenance is done. That's good enough for me. There are errors. The car's in bad shape. So we're diagnosing it by plugging the onboard diagnostics connector in and turning on the ignition. I'll get back to you once everything's connected. Sorry about the screen reflections. Filming is tricky. So now, we're going to select our brand. We go straight to United States of America General Motors. I'll put it here. Maybe you'll see a bit better. So we're going to do vehicle identification, number identification. We'll hit read, and there you go. It directly displays the car's vehicle identification number. Okay, Chevrolet Camaro Canada, 2015. Okay, everything's good. So we have the 6.2 LS3 with a manual transmission, and we're going to do an auto scan. Let's go. So as you can see, it's scanning everything right now. Look, it's already detecting fault codes everywhere. We'll let it run, and I'll update you when it's done. It didn't take long. I only turned off the camera for about 10 seconds. So, we have a fault code for the electronic brake control module, a fault code for the power steering, and a fault code for the engine control module. Let's check the engine control module. What do we have? Mass airflow and intake air temperature use the same sensor. We have the fault code displayed here, which allows us to check online if we ever have any doubts. That's it for the personal version of what you can do. It's pretty comprehensive. I think for an individual, it's more than enough. Even for me in the services category, there are really a lot of features that I would say maybe an individual shouldn't even have access to, just in case. You need to know what you're doing. After testing the Pro version, I'll compare both. Now I'm going to bring out the big one, the professional version. We'll test it to compare its performance, check if it finds the same flaws as the smaller one, and see how they differ. The professional version, my God, that's a whole different story. Here, we're going to find a lot of accessories, different diagnostic tools for many car brands, or rather adapters. You could put it that way. This is the communication interface to connect to the car. Here, we have a battery tester. Well, I don't really know how this works. I'll be honest with you, but from what I understand, actually, you connect this to the back of the screen, and inside, you have all the accessories. But it's out of this world. You're not ready for it. So you connect this to the back of the screen here, and you have clamps. You connect this directly to your battery, and from there, you can basically diagnose, I think, the condition of your battery. It's that simple. And that's really crazy, because at the garage, at T-Boat's place, we have a ton of batteries, and we don't really know anymore which ones are dead and which ones are good. And thanks to this, I'm going to have the motivation to test them all. Actually, you kind of have all the adapters to connect to any car. You have everything from BMW to Mercedes. You have everything you need to connect to the diagnostic ports for any kind of car. It's just amazing. Now, the tablet, you'll see, it's a different story. The screen size, the weight, it's not the same thing. On the other hand, it's really heavy. It feels extremely high quality in your hand. And there's a camera so you can directly take pictures of the issues you see. If ever, I don't know, just saying, you want to take something from the history, you can actually create folders inside the tablet. And if you want to take a picture of the car, take a picture of the part that's not right, the reference that's not correct or something about the part, well, you can take a picture of it directly and add it to the folder on your tablet. That's a different story. There's also the mode. By the way, in the endoscope module, in the maintenance section, it's the service category from the other tablet. There, however, we're going to find a lot more things. I think we can even reprogram and recode keys with this. That's pretty crazy. I'm resetting the AD Blue. I'm not sure what it is, but I think it will help more than one person. So, we're going to start the American Chevrolet Diagnostic directly and plug in the adapter. What's cool about this one, though, is that it works wirelessly. So, you have the onboard diagnostics port here. The little box here, you just leave it and plug it in. Leave it by the car's footwell and walk around with the tablet. You can exit the car without needing a cable. Sorry about the noise, just wanted to show you. There you go, that's it. The box is plugged in, it's on, it's directly connected here. And we're back in the garage. Same thing, we're going to do an automatic search. We're not going to bother. Yes, there you go. It immediately found the car, the engine, everything, it's good. So we're going to scan the system. Okay, so now it's completely scanning the whole controller area network of the car. This one means business, and it's impressive to see it in action. We'll see what comes up in terms of faults. The control module just switched to error mode. And we find the same codes. So, mass airflow, intake, air temperature. Let's see, action test, cooling fan, let's try it. So here, I'm gonna see if I can, for example, activate the fan remotely. To see if, for example, you wanna test if it's working. Damn, it works. Wait, the fan's just turned on. That's actually awesome. It's really not bad at all. So, the conclusion about these two tablets. Well, there's no contest. If you're an individual, choose this version. If you're a professional, choose that one. The price difference remains significant. First, you need to make it worthwhile, which benefits professionals. The equipment is costly, but they recoup it by billing clients, and it's still cheaper than online options. I've worked with many Jag brands. I've reviewed many similar tablets on YouTube. And once again, I'm not being paid to say this. These are certainly the highest quality tablets I've ever had the chance to get my hands on, especially the professional ones. So, just to be clear, if you're an individual with only 1 or 2 cars, don't buy this. It's useless. It's really not made for you. This is really for mechanics. But on the other hand, you can buy this one. I think it will already meet most of the needs you might have. If you need to, you will find in the video description the links to Ikersoft to purchase one of these tablets. I want to emphasize that I'm not paid to say good things about this brand and its equipment. I hope this video will be useful to you. I know these aren't the videos that will get the most views on my channel, but that's not why I'm doing it. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you in any case. And once again, it's thanks to you that I'm where I am today. I'll see you soon in the next video. I'm going to keep having fun with this one.